Hey guys, today is gluten-free pulled pork sandwiches with plantains to give it a little bit of a sweet and salty kick. First thing you want to do to get this healthy pulled pork meal together is get a nice big iron skillet out. Get some good coconut oil. I use organic, unrefined. Always get unrefined, cold pressed if you can, oils. Go in with a healthy amount. You're not really deep frying these, but you do want to get the pan sort of covered in oil, coconut oil. The best fried plantain is in coconut oil, and it sends it off to another planet. Like the plantain is no longer like a regular old plantain anymore. It sends it off into like this almost like a desert land. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get nice fat plantains that look like this. Trick with plantains is that of course, depending on how you want to eat them. If you want to eat them sweet, you need them to get yellow. And then what I do is I slice a slice right down the center, and I just start peeling them back, like so. I have the temperature on a medium to a medium high. I'm gonna turn down just a little bit because you're gonna kind of slow cook these a little bit, but you do want the oil to be initially hot. I like to give them at a little bit of an angle. You know, you can do yours however you like. You can go straight. You know, you could cut them just like that at about 1 inch. But I don't know, I like to cut them at an angle, always have. I think that's a lot of it's a Spanish chef thing. I love Spanish food, it's one of my favorites. I love Mexican food and I love Cuban food. So we're gonna leave these because these can slow cook in this pan on about, but somewhere between low and medium. We'll flip them, and in the meantime, we'll start putting together and assembling our gorgeous pulled pork sandwiches that you see these little babies over here. They're screaming, please stuff me with pulled pork, please. You can't hear them, but they are. I'm gonna show you how to make a quick homemade barbecue sauce. And we're gonna whip it up real quick because we are out of barbecue sauce in the Native Eats kitchen today. And we're gonna show you how to make a Native Eats approved barbecue sauce really quickly. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so these are ready to be turned. Get a nice long fork so you don't burn yourself. And just start I like just grab them and flip them, grab them and flip them. Finish simmering for a little bit longer. So far they've been on here on this heat for about 8 minutes. So same time, just let them go another perhaps 8 minutes. You don't really want to move them around much after this because they do kind of get a sear. So we're out of barbecue sauce. We gotta whip a quick one together. Get your ketchup, get some red wine vinegar, get some Worcestershire. You need brown sugar, or as you probably know in the Native Eats kitchen, I make my own brown sugar. Get your pan on medium heat. You got your wet stuff, you got your sugar, and then you've got, this is terribly labeled, but this is ground mustard and paprika, salt and pepper. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with the sugar. We're gonna get 1.5 cups, 1.5. We're gonna get the brown sugar aspect going. And so I'm putting in about 3 tablespoons of molasses. 1.5 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of molasses. You're gonna need a cup and a half, okay, of your ketchup. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of red wine vinegar to this. Now you're gonna put the Worcestershire, get that sugar going in there. And now we're gonna put a nice big tablespoon of, my kids call it Worcestershire. Good, nice tablespoon. You're gonna go with about a teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon of ground mustard, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. This is your base. You could stop here. Let's go fast. Allspice is also a mixture of cloves and what have you. But grab about 1/8 of a teaspoon of that. You don't need a lot. And voila. homemade barbecue sauce. So you're gonna wanna get it up to a little bit of a simmer because you put all that sugar in there and stuff and you want it to melt. So now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna let this sit and come to a simmer. We're gonna move over to these plantains that we're gonna serve alongside our pulled pork sandwich. That one's done. I'm gonna pull that one. He looks a little charred. All right, so let's move over to our pulled pork. The pulled pork that we're gonna use for this gluten-free pulled pork sandwich is the pulled pork that I made in our smoked pork video. And the buns that we have here are gluten-free Native Eats hamburger buns. They're handmade. And you can also click the link that we provide so you can make these. And we're gonna continue to pull these off. Our barbecue sauce looks like it's simmering. I'm gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes total, and then I'll pull it off the heat. It's been going about 5 minutes. We're gonna let it go another 5 minutes. In the meantime, I want to show you guys the pulled pork. And this is what we're gonna use. And you know, obviously it's called pulled pork because look at that, guys. You can pull it. And show you how pretty this is. And you can just go straight in with the fat on the pulled pork because I like fat in my pulled pork sandwich. It's really pretty. And you can jar this. It'll keep in the fridge. You know, any extra of this barbecue sauce that you have. Let's cut another one. And you know what's so great about plantains too? They're so cheap. You know, you guys know me with 9 gabillion kids. I can buy 1 million plantains and not break the bank. They're like 39 cents. You know, in some stores, they're 75 cents. They're ripping people off. But yeah, they're cheap. Finish building this. Now that those are all right, just come on in here. Get that gorgeous, get some bark. You want to share the love, so you want to give everybody some bark. And of course, you know this pulled pork, because it was smoked, will keep for a long time in the refrigerator. You can make other sandwiches with this, other than barbecue. You could even whip up a little Cuban sandwich with some of this if you wanted to. It's literally making my mouth water. I'm just letting you know in case I start to like salivate over here while I'm talking. Can't contain the juices. We're gonna take some of this barbecue sauce right here. Beautiful sauce that we're just gonna sort of drizzle. This actually is really hot, so it'll thicken. It wouldn't look this runny, but I'm putting it on real hot for the purposes of you guys. But that's it. Oh, I just licked my fingers too. Ooh. So I shouldn't touch that bun with that finger. But anyway, I made it all. So you're just gonna have that. But this is it, guys. These are the pulled pork sandwiches. There you go. Pulled pork sandwich, all gluten-free, all from scratch, all Native Eats approved, so you know it's clean. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, please. Thank you. You're welcome. 3 little ways to be nice. I'll see you guys next time on Native Eats. Okay.